doing? What's happening? What's going on? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it was just showing me that day over there. All right. So, y'all, bear with me today because I need y'all to just understand that I switched up my streaming. And this is my first episode that I'm recording on the new stream. So I'm hoping that everything go good with it. I'm excited about it, but I don't really. I gotta get into it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get into it. But what's disclaimer in case I'm on here fidgeting trying to learn things and I need y'all to tell me like, just let me know what you think feedback wise. Give me your feedback, do all that good stuff. But we're gonna get into the show today. I'm gonna start off with letting you know what the topic is and do a quick quote of the day, and then we'll jump into the show because we got a couple of guests that's gonna come on today, and they're going to give us their opinions about certain things, let us know what they think about certain things, and all that good stuff. All right. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk today. We're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of client services, y'all. And that means that you're gonna have people from the client side that have their opinion. You're gonna have people from the business owner side that have their opinion, and you also gonna have people um, that just have opposing views in general. Because that's just since we have freedom of speech in this country, people just gotta say whatever they want to say. They have to. It's inevitable for people not to speak their mind. All right. So let's see. Let me go over here real quick. I the only thing that let me say right now. One thing I'm not liking about this new thing is that when I do my quote of the day, I put it on screen and it won't let me see it. I don't like that. I want to see it on screen. So I got a gripe. I got a gripe about that. Um, what else may I or may I she said she's trying to join it through the computer, but it's acting up. I don't know. It's a new. We got one of our guests letting me know that she can't get in real quick, but I won't. She may have to come on through Facebook Live. We'll see. We'll see how we can work it. We will see that. All right. So quote of the day: Ask and ye shall receive. I chose that quote today because it's a lot of things that we come in and speak on and say, and things that we state that we want, and things that we state that we want to see differently, but we don't always actually put in the work behind it to make sure we are able to do those things. So some and if who you depending on who you ooh, I don't like the way the quality of this is. Maybe it's finna buffer and get it together, baby. It says still upload. This ooh no, I may have to go back to my other one. I just don't think that I can accept what I'm seeing here. No, I cannot. I don't even want to. So we're gonna all right, let me get back to work. Let me get back to business. But some of us, whoever no matter who we serve or who we believe in and what our position of power is in our personal in our spiritual on our spiritual side, you have to put in the work. It's no just jumping into it, everything is just granted to you. It don't always work like that. You do have to put in the work. So for the people who don't believe that, or people for the people who believe that you're just supposed to get, mm-mm. You really have to put in some of that emphasis on it. You have to be real direct about what you're trying to get. Even when you're talking to yourself, you have to be very direct and strategic in what you're asking and what you shall receive. So when you go to these business people and you go to these vendors and you go to people who you want services from, you have to be just as direct. You have to be just as um authoritative in your words, but respectful. You have to be just as easy to accommodate as well too. You can't come in there with all this negativity and think that you're gonna get whatever you want to get. You cannot. That it's just not possible. Okay, so the same way you have to be direct in what you're requesting from your savior, from who you reach out to, how you whatever your spiritual element is, just as direct as you have to be there, you have to be just as direct in this world where you're dealing with these other humans. Because we have to remember we were all created differently individually, in our own respects. So there are going to be things that you don't agree with. Thank you. That you don't agree with that people do. There are going to be things that you do agree with. There are going to be things that you feel like you need to say. You have to learn when to speak and when not to speak. It's just a lot of stuff. And a lot of people, even at their big old ages, they don't understand that. So, as I was saying, we're going to discuss that today, and we're going to make sure that we have some clarity in service providing. We're going to make sure that we have some clarity when it comes to being a customer. We're going to make sure we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of these things, because it's never being a provider is never just all pretty. It's just not. And you have to be respectful of other people's views, other people's opinions, other people's everything when it comes to this when it comes to being a service provider. You have to. So for the most part, everybody that decides that they want to get into this field, allow them to experience, have different experiences and have different things going on. So we got a couple of guests that we're gonna bring on today, and we're gonna talk about these particular things. We're going to talk about being a service provider, what it is, going through certain things with service providers, and we're gonna kind of see if how people work together in this area, because you got a lot of people that actually you got a lot of customers and a lot of clients and a lot of service providers that are actually very very positive when they're together. And some of them end up even becoming friends. So it's just a lot of people don't want to, a lot of people just are negative people. So we're going to get into that conversation. We're going to bring in, I have my daughter here. We're going to bring her in. The other one's still out here providing the service. So there we go. Then we got Sharika Collins here. We have Nicole, the gym. She's gonna join us, and we're supposed to have Shannon. So let's jump into let's bring these people on. Let's bring them on. What's up, girlies? How y'all doing?
Hey. Hey.
So they got their names up. I'm gonna let them go around and introduce themselves, and then let them tell you what um services that they provide, and what. And once we do that, then we're gonna talk. Jay, do you want to come on? Oh, I'll have to bring you on. Once they do that, we're gonna let them explain a situation that may or may have happened while were providing the service, or any feedback that they have from being a service provider. And also, we can have you speaking from the client point of view as well, because a lot of us are just like we are service providers, we are clients in the same aspect. Okay, so yes, we're gonna get into that conversation. Who are you?
Hello, y'all. I'm Jada Limpkins. My business is Take a Bite. I'm a chef and caterer. So yeah.
Okay, Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I have a food truck, Amazing Grubs LLC.
Okay, amazing girl. That girl be throwing down too, y'all. Girl be throwing down. Sharika, tell us about your.
Hello, I am Sharika Collins. I am a realtor with Realtor One Group Next Generation. I am an APD provider for Collins Companion Care, and I co-own Collins Cleaning Company with my husband. We provide residential and commercial cleaning services.
There we go. All right. See, we got a lot of different fields that are going to be being discussed today. We're gonna well, we got two fields of food, and then we got the field. She got residential services. They do real estate. They got Sharika, a paralegal. She's an all around everyday hat wear. She's a wife. She already told her husband run their business, and then she has two boys. So it's a lot that she's doing just as well as Nicole with her cooking, and she's an esthetician. Still, you done with school now? Done with school, so she fully into being an esthetician now. And then she also cooks. She works a full time job. She has three children and a husband as well. You know what I'm saying? Then we got a student and we got a chef. And we gonna not gonna talk about what I do. We're just gonna let y'all explain and discuss yourselves today. So based on the three services that you all are providing and that you all are giving to the people, I want to hear about an experience during your service, and we'll start off with one of the cooks first, and then jump into Sharika, and then jump back into another cook, another hat wearer, because all y'all have different many hat wearers. So, Nicole, you want to start off for us today?
Sure. So we did an event in Wildwood. I think it was like a 4th of July event, and a lady left a comment through our website, because even as a food truck, we do have a website where you can order online. You know, we're very professional. And she left a comment saying that we messed up her order, but she never came back to tell us. However, like me and my husband, when we run our business, we are really big on customer service, because that's what's going to keep people coming back. So what I do and what I did and what I will always do for my customers, if I mess up on your order, you keep that. I'm going to refund you and I'm going to make it right. But that's just how I run it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that is what's going to keep your customers coming back. Like
Correct.
money come, money goes. You can get the money all day. But if you have a bad experience, that first experience could be a lasting impression on that person.
That's very true. That is true. And
Can I say something? I don't know what, and it's about what you just said. It's
Mm-hmm.
not to go into my topic. What this phenomenon with social media is like, when you're running a business and there's a customer complaint, a concern, why not just come to you and say, hey, Nicole, I purchased X, Y, and Z, or my food is not right, and we deal with it one on one. Even if the one on one with you is not to my satisfaction, okay, cool. She ain't got to worry about me eating at her restaurant no more. I don't need to tell social media that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do all of that. I've had people mess up my hair, mess up my nails, play with my money. I've never took it, let it rise to the occasion of social media, because I ain't trying to hurt your business. We just can't do business together no more. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? That's if I brought the situation to you and said, hey, Nicole, I'm not happy with the food and you want to argue me down. Okay, fine. We not about to fight about the food, but I don't have to take that to social media and say, I'll never do business with Nicole and her husband. I'm 41, 42. Maybe I'm old, but it just, social media irritates me.
Well,
I
see,
was
this
gonna say,
wasn't through social media. She actually
Right.
did
I
it through
know it
our
wasn't through
website
social
where she,
media, but kind of,
right.
sort of on a website platform. I don't
Well,
know if
no, it
your
was only for
reviews.
us to see it.
uh,
It was only for us
Okay.
to see it. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a way for her to communicate with us. And like you said, I don't know if she had left the event or whatever, and she sent that message to us directly. It wasn't like a
Gotcha.
public thing. But I said, look, I'm gonna fix the issue, because I could have possibly messed up. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. You know, at the end of the day, like, your customers are what's keeping you in business. But
Right.
like you said, I'm the same way. You can mess up with me. I can call you. You have a nasty attitude, and all I'm gonna say is chuck it up. I'm not gonna do business here. I ain't got to post about it, but I know I'm not going back. And if I'm talking to people, that I know and I would normally refer people, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say. Like I think that that's a generational thing, Sharika. We grew up in an age where it was always you go to that service provider first. Like you got you we didn't have all this stuff either too to go and try to bash and bring people down. But we also when we did get access to it, us still as a lot of us in our age, I can't speak for all of us because a lot of us get real ignorant and stupid and they do not know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather go to social media themselves because they're looking to go viral.
Exactly. It's not
You know,
necessarily an age thing. It's a character thing.
it's a
Yes.
character thing. And so I know that we definitely we a lot of us were raised off moralities and morals and caring about people's businesses enough to make sure that their business is not gonna go bankrupt because of somebody having a bad experience. And that's one thing that I will say this. I know my daughter right here, she loves her some Keith Lee, but but I feel like his phenomenon ruined a lot of people's businesses. And I saw that like firsthand with a lot of things. I'm like, damn, these people been in business 10 plus years. Keith Lee come through and say he don't like some, and he don't like that they had an attitude that day or whatever, and now their business is just bankrupt. You don't know what
But it's
people really
also
like.
so
Well, I don't really
toxic
agree
how
with
one
Keith Lee.
I
person
don't agree with that
can.
either. I mean, if we
Of
can
course.
discuss Keith Lee, you can discuss Keith
Right.
Lee. Like
Right.
I
I
don't
don't
think
agree with
his
that about
motive.
Keith Lee.
I didn't say that was his motive.
But
I
you
never
gotta
said that was his
understand.
direction either.
You gotta
I never
understand.
said that, but that's the
business
phenomenon. People stand behind Keith Lee regardless of what it is. He didn't have to come out and be the one that was saying, I'm gonna go and try to ruin people's businesses. It's the way the people pushed him. It's the things that they were saying. Oh, don't say this
because
about
some
Keith
of
Lee.
these
You can't
businesses
say
are
this about
already
Keith Lee.
some of these businesses are already dookie dook. So when he come and report them, then now it's like, oh, I'm just broadcast because he have a bigger fan base. Some of these businesses are already down here. Like for instance, a lot of people have came on TikTok and have said a bunch of stuff about Old Lady Gang, but Old Lady Gang ain't really get the feedback, the bad feedback they got since Keith Lee came. Old Lady Gang been had a problem, but since Keith Lee came and said something, now it's broadcasted. Now it's like, oh, he ruining business. So I don't look at Keith Lee like
But
that.
they
'Cause
still
you
in business
also,
though, ain't it?
yeah, but it's still just like a lot of people don't eat there no more. Cause it's another man that also
I've
do
seen it.
reviews,
We've seen it
and
today.
he tore old lady Gang down. But I don't think Keith Lee is even though like I said that's not his motive. I just because
Y'all act like because I'm saying
fan-
something about Keith Lee.
No,
that I'm
just because-
slandering.
Listen, I'm scared to comment.
Oh, you look! I'm getting
I
attacked.
don't feel safe.
I don't play by Keith Lee.
No,
I'm getting
because
attacked.
because Keith Lee really does a lot of positive. Keith Lee helps. Oh. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
you weren't silenced. We heard you.
Oh. Keith Lee does a lot of good. He helps a lot of small businesses come up. And to be honest, it's like she said, if a business already has a problem, but they're on such a level because they're owned by a celebrity, quote unquote, all the little people don't matter. So you got all these celebrities posting good things, and you got regular people going in there and spending their money, and they're not getting that same level of service or satisfaction.
That's true.
When, like he always say, like, I don't want to be treated with special treatment. Treat me like you treat your everyday customers. So I feel like his motive is never to say like, oh, I'm trying to down his business. But if I could shed light on what's really going on with the real customers, hey, let the chips fall.
You gotta know Keith Lee too.
But we do that here at a local level. It's not just celebrities. We do that here at a local level. We blow certain people up because they got a certain level of popularity. Like we'll get them a pass about the service that they provide because they're such and such. And we don't hold them to the same standard that we hold other stylists, nail technicians, restaurants, or whatever, because that's such and such cousin or that's such and such brother or whatever. We do that here because it's some places that people be blowing up that I'm like, been there, had the food, had the service or whatever, and it's not tea. Like, but okay, if I'm the one that said, now I'm hating on them.
Exactly. But and I was gonna say this also, like it's it's not to say that Keith Lee hasn't helped a lot of people. But what my point is exactly what Sharika was saying earlier about the
About
Nicole
social media.
situation is that you go to them. You don't have to go in there and do no live review that's gonna rip. If you don't like the service, I feel like what you should be broadcasting is the positive businesses that you're going to. You don't have to come on here and try to showcase a negative business, because go to them directly, tell them what you feel like the problem was, see if they fix the problem, give them that opportunity. Because now, because of the internet wave, so if that's Keith Lee slander, I don't give a damn. Because what I believe is simply this: you do not have the opportunity to fix yourself no more. You don't have the opportunity to even fix the situation anymore. It's automatically, oh, this what I had. I ain't like this about what they did. I ain't like this about their service. Blah 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 blah. And now it's bankrupt. That's all I'm saying. Give them
And then what I don't like is that, let's say I've been coming to you, Nicole, for years.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say Shelby do this one review. I think what she's talking about is not really what he's doing, but how it
how
the
it
social
appears,
media
the way it's coming out.
impact. Because now I've been coming to you for years, and I hear this one. You had possibly one bad night, and we don't know all the ins and outs of really what happened with Shelby. But the delivery is on social media. She has a following, and I'm like, I ain't never going there no more. Not I'm never gonna try it. Not all of a sudden, somewhere that I eat every Friday night with my family, because of what Shelby said happened this last Thursday, I'm not going anymore. That doesn't have to be your experience.
Right.
And I think that's the part that can make or break a business, when people let it rise to the occasion where they don't go and experience Nicole for themselves.
It
Well,
for
see, that's the
themselves.
thing though too. A lot of people become so impressionable
Yes.
to where it's like, that's like a new supervisor coming in. Everybody saying, "Oh, I don't like this person. This person is nasty." Blah 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 blah. Or somebody new coming around and everybody's judging them. It's up to you to have a mind of your own to say,
Exactly.
I'm going to make my determination off of this person, this service, this business, based on my own personal experience. Okay, because anytime, I'm not even gonna lie, anytime I go eat somewhere, go somewhere, I look it up, I look at the videos, I look at the reviews, and I will make the determination on my own. Like, okay, well, 98% of the comments say it's bad, I might not try it. But if it's just one person, oh nah, like, I'm gonna make my own decision on going and supporting versus just what one person says. Because like you said, people can have a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the world that we live in. But a lot of people don't do that. They take, oh, well, this celebrity said it, or this person said it that got all this clout, so I'm not gonna go. That just means you don't have a mind of your own.
And that's what we're dealing with half of the that's what we're dealing with half of the world nowadays, though. People who are not utilizing their own minds. And since, with that being the case, that, like, okay, so I'm a mother of two business owners. One does have one that doesn't, and one that cooks. So I see the difference in certain services. Like, as Jada as a cook, she don't get negative feedback on her food or whatever like that. But you, and as a stylist, you gon' when you don't, if you have a customer and you just like, okay, I don't even want to deal with you today. You come and you bring in negativity. It's my choice to service you or not. Simple as that. Now I'm pushing you back, and now it leads to a whole lot of backlash, because that person goes to a social media stream and drops not what she feels, and now we're gonna tear down a person's whole business because of one person. And I'm talking about, I see this a lot in this aspect where you literally are going to have people, instead of trying to get things corrected, they will try to ruin your whole life. And why do you all feel, and because business is not going to always be good, business is not going to always be bad, business is not going to always be ugly, but why do you all feel nowadays that, or see nowadays that there's going to be more negativity then there is positivity when it comes to how your business is described. If just because a person may feel a certain type of way, might have people come to you and actually allow you to do a service just so they can go talk about
You're right about that. You're definitely right about that. I could completely agree. But I like to play devil's advocate though too,
you. I know you do.
because
Go ahead.
a lot of times now you have people who are saying, I'm going to create this business. However, they have no customer service behind that business. So I have seen also where a person tries to reach out to these businesses and they try to correct it in private, and that person goes left. And it's like, okay, you left me no choice not to put you on blast, because I tried to come to you and I tried to resolve this as, you know, woman to woman or man to man or woman to man or whatever. I tried to resolve this issue, but yet your customer service skills lacked. You failed to try to resolve the issue. So now I'm going to use the platform that I know, because that's what everybody's using now. I'm going to use the platform that I have to speak about it.
And see,
That's
I disagree because I don't think, but for me, just I don't think enough of a person or a situation to invest the time it takes to make the post and entertain all the different responses that come with that. I mean, I have taken some L's on both sides. I've taken some L's on the customer side, like, okay, cool. I've even seen the subliminal post that I knew was for me. My thought process is it's cute, but you didn't add me. So you knew who to play with. We could all play, crazy and try to figure out who you're talking about. But if you wanted to put a stamp on it, the add button never leaves the computer or the phone. So I have to have that certain level of maturity, and it's not easy. I'm not saying I'm the bigger person, whether I be here grinding my teeth, and my husband be like, I wish you would. I wish you would. And I've had it on the business side too, where I have seen um the subliminal posts about service. Well, I've only had it one time, which is what I'm gonna eventually talk about, but I had it that one time, and came to me in conversation. I always call Tallahassee as Tallahassee terms, because the time you go away talking about somebody, you might as well just go and tell that person, because it does not take long for it to get back to them. And I think too, as a business owner, depending on your level of integrity, character, and professionalism, you have to make some tough decisions about what you respond to, because it took everything in me not to make a post about that situation. And my post wasn't gonna be subliminal. Like, I'm gonna tag the company, like, because it's a lot of hood in me, Nicole. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of ignorance still in me. You know what I mean? And it's like I can take it there, but then for the 10, 15 posts I'm gonna get from people entertaining it, I'm gonna get 30 text messages from family and friends
mm-hmm.
like, you really did
You
that?
really did
You
that.
Right.
really stooped to that level. And
You
sometimes
stood there.
people don't understand, like, I'm still a person too. Nicole
Right.
is still a person. Shelby is still a person. You not gonna- you, it's not fair that you always get to attach Nicole business to her when you come at her sideways. No, I'm coming to you as a woman. I'm coming to you as a human being. You can't play in my face. But now it's gonna be Nicole that owns such and such and such. I ain't got no customer service. I ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
deal. No,
Mm-hmm.
you thought you could play in Nicole's face. Nicole told you to find something safe to do, and you didn't like that, and now you made it about business when you was talking to Nicole, the person. Because when you strip all them hats and titles off of us, you just Nicole, she just Shelby, I'm still Shrika. And we entitled to that same respect. But I think on the social media platform, they understand that as a business owner, you have more to lose than they do as the client or whatever. So they can get on that social media post and make those messages messages. But think about the catering companies that you do business with. When they see that you are on social media entertaining, going back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, is the chamber or the this or the sit or whoever go want to
Right.
do business with you? And so people may think like, we scared or like, dang, or it must be true. We just can't always put ourselves in a situation to
In a
entertain
situation.
all of that stuff when we want
Yep.
to. And I'm not preaching to say don't do it. I'm just saying people need to stop playing with business owners, because like I be really want to go off on people sometimes. Like, don't do that.
I bite
But
my
I
tongue
know
too.
the backside is that you ready to act my business and run it in the ground, like Shelby
Yep.
said.
And I feel and I speak on that a lot. My children tell me all the time, you need to say something. And I'm not that say some girl no more. I done snapped out several times. I 20s and early 30s was my crash out phases. That shit dead. I have to and I was doing the things I'm doing now. I didn't see it that way though. I didn't see it as if this could ruin me. But now they will call your job. They will send your job an email. Baby, my survival is way more important to me than what you just said. You
Right.
one itty bitty tiny person on this universe. I don't care. I don't just like Sharika said, you don't have the people make the subliminal posts. You don't have the people come at you sideways. You don't did all that. But it's up to you. And I be walk around my house pacing. But I'm not going and I don't even like the word crash out no more. Cause I don't heard people go all in about that. But I refuse to be that person that just allows somebody to take away, strip me of who I am because they can use social media for it.
Right. And a lot of times,
This is
like
a very true
when
statement right
you,
here. Black
a
people
lot of
love
times when you are a business owner, like like you said, Sharika, you got 3+ businesses, plus home, plus kids. If I get on social media, I'm literally posting for my business. I'm posting for a purpose. I'm not on there scrolling to see what nobody had to say. Like you said, if you didn't specifically at me and you didn't specifically come to me, or you did not send an inquiry to my business email, I ain't got nothing to respond to at that point.
Yep.
I'm
because
not getting my panties in a bunch trying to figure out who said what,
exactly.
if you didn't come to me, there is nothing to address. And when you come to me, I'm going to deal with you professionally. Because, like you said, business owners have more to lose. When you trying to do business
Especially
at
a
different
black business
levels, it comes with different devils.
Yep.
So, guess what? I'm going to deal with you professionally because I'm trying to get to higher heights in my business. I don't
owner.
have time for this little stuff that you're doing. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come to me first, I'm always gonna try to fix the problem first.
I'm
That's
going to try
what
to
Exactly.
I
fix
am.
it. I'm
That's
going
where
to
I
try
am.
to fix it.
That's just what it is. You're gonna have some people that's not gonna be happy with your service, even if it was top notch service.
Mm-hmm.
They may still find something that they didn't like about it, and that's their choice. And but your contract better state exactly how things are supposed to go, so you won't be held liable. Because when they
Mm-hmm.
go online and try to have these conversations and stuff, you got receipts over here.
Exactly. That's why I say, lady, you say I messed up your order. Guess what? I'm going to take that as a loss. I'm going to fix it for you. I'm going to refund you your money.
Right.
Guess what? You had a free meal. You said it was good. She was like, oh, it was delicious, but I had the wrong flavor of wings. Guess what? That's
That
on
sounds
me.
like a problem that they made.
That's on me. Have it. There's nothing else left to be said because I fixed the
Mhm.
issue as best I can because you didn't come back to me for me to fix it in real
Right.
time. So I fixed it the best way I know how. I'm gonna refund you. Go ahead. You have that. It is what it is. Whether you was telling me a lie or not, yes, it's on you.
What it is.
I
You
know
chop
I did the best that I
I
could
could.
in that
With
situation.
what you had to work with.
Right.
now, Sharika, Miss Collins, the closer. Let us know about one of these experiences you had, and are you gonna come from the service side or the client side?
I'm gonna come from the service side. This is on the cleaning side. The real estate side has, that's new to me. So that has been good. The APD side is new for me as well. So I haven't even started that. Just got the second phase of the Medicaid approved to start getting clients. I know
Yes.
I'm excited, but I'm so nervous trying to figure out what to do, where to start.
You
Got to
got
start
this.
making posts to try to hire people or whatever. But I must say, shout out to Latoya Martin, because when I say she been holding my hand like a little baby, I'm talking about like holding my hand like like I need a CNI dog, okay? Like I would be so lost with trying to figure out all these different steps with Medicaid and ARCA and this and that. But I'm excited about where I'm the direction that I'm heading in. Shelby, know I've been at it for a minute trying to
Yes.
figure out how to utilize these different talents. I feel like I should be $1 million millionaire by now. Like, where the money? I got the talents. Where the money, Lord? But it too shall come. But so from the cleaning side, oh my God, Shelby, Nicole, I don't even know where to start. But I have to eat this because I circumvented our entire process. And one of the things that I learned when I was in the Jim Moran Institute that and my husband didn't attend with me, and I wish he had a, because he thinks that I'm brash about a lot of things and I'm just business to the T. I'm just business. And if you have a business and you're coming to me to do business with me, I just feel like there are certain principles that you shouldn't want me to circumvent because you wouldn't circumvent in your business. But
Mhm.
and I be trying to tell my husband, every customer ain't our customer, baby. Like I understand you want to get the cleaning company going and the government contracts and be cleaning something every day. But some of these people we're gonna have to say, hey, sorry I can't help you. You know what I mean? Even if you're saying, hey, it's a lie. I'm slam booked this week, because I could be like, Shelby, I got a bad vibe from Nicole. I'm going to just tell her I'm really booked this week. If she still needs us in a couple of weeks, let me know. That's good customer service. Meaning, I hope in 2 weeks you don't find some damn body to clean up because I ain't going to be able to do it. But he was hell bent on providing this service. Okay, boom. So we charge a deposit to secure a date. Time is money. Don't tell me who don't charge a deposit, because that sounds like that's just your person. If you don't want to pay a deposit for me to clean on Monday, you don't feel like you should have to pay a deposit. I'm not going to argue my policy with you. You just got to find a cleaning company, right? That doesn't require a deposit.
Correct.
My principle is you could tell me today that you want me to clean for you on Monday. Shelby could call and say, hey, are you available on Monday? I tell her no, because I'm thinking I got Nicole. Now, Nicole is a no call, no show on Monday. Call Shelby. She good. She done booked with so and so. My time is my money. I have to book an appointment. I have to book a deposit to get my nails done. I have to book a deposit to get my hair done. And I have to book a deposit to get my makeup done. I respect all three of those different people because that's how they run their business. So, my husband wanted to do a different thing. Like, well, we just go work with him, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, their reasoning for not being able to book a deposit, I paid a deposit. They wanted the services done within 2 days on a Monday, basically. And they didn't want to book the deposit or pay the deposit because the day that they inquired about our services was the day before their payroll. So they couldn't add anything to the payroll. Trust, it didn't make sense to me. And I know it's not going to make sense to you. And I was like, huh? Like, you can't pay the deposit because tomorrow is payroll. Okay, cool. Let that slide. So I wrote the contract up, meaning that when we arrive, before we get started, payment is due in its entirety. Because normally we pay the deposit, we clean for you, you pay us after. But I can't come there and start cleaning and I don't even have the deposit. Like I need the money before we start. So I wrote the contract up. The contract was supposed to be signed within 24 hours. The stipulations was different because I wanted to see how serious you were because you hadn't paid me the deposit. So
Right.
24 hours would have been Friday. You were supposed to sign the contract for us to provide the services on Monday. Okay, cool. Friday come the no contract. I I'm checked out. My husband, not so much. But we'll just give him the Saturday. And I was like, okay. And I see why they be like, sometimes couples need to keep their businesses separate. I'm like, okay. So Saturday come, y'all. Sunday come. So help me God, if y'all ask me, send me don't tell me the name of the people. Just send me the screenshot. Contract gets signed Monday morning, the day that they want the services at like 8:30. I'm livid now. Cause wait a minute, no deposit. Contract wasn't signed when I said contract is signed the day of. Like now you playing in my face. Now you seeing how far we can
Definitely
go.
playing in your
So I
face.
tell Jason, we're not going. We're not going. We're not going to do it. Da da da. Again, he think I'm left field. He trying to bring me back, but I'm like, I'm just big on principle. So we go.
Good heart
We
gets you there.
go. Sometimes you have to, we all are married or been wives. Sometimes with these men, you gotta let stuff play out. Like they mama. Like it's like a child sometimes. No disrespect toward the man, like belittling him like a child. But sometimes it's like with a child. Let me show you why I said no. Let me show you why I said not to play with the stove. Cause it's hot. We get there, and when we get there, what a where the money? Oh, such and such is on the way with the payment. Okay. I sit in the car till they on the way. They're like 5 minutes away. 30
Piss off.
minutes go by. I'm livid because I'm looking at my husband like I know that we're not still sitting in this car. Like I know we ain't rich, but last time I checked the account, we was not hard up for no money. And not this money we finna make anyways. Hour go by on my kids. They pull up with the money. No, I'm sorry. No this, no that. But because I'm big on you training people how to treat you, and I think at that moment we had showed our hand and we were being handled at that point or
Yep.
whatever. So we went
Yep.
in, cleaned the place up. It was something or whatever. But I'm like, okay, we gonna eat it up. We gonna be done with it. But they were referred to me, and one of the other reasons why I have a hand in why I was okay with some of the stuff is because they were referred by someone that's like a homegirl to me. So when I saw who they were, and I thought about their interaction on social media, I'm like, oh, okay, this is such and such friend, so they gonna be all right. Like yeah, I don't like how they move in with this whole deposit thing or whatever, but they gonna be good. And I even text that person was like, hey, did you refer them? And they was like, yeah, they referred them. They was good people. Okay, cool. Now what I think what happened is, you know how people can have a falling out. Like I could have done Nicole wrong, but we also kind of live in a world where it's all about who tell their story first. So if you don't hear Nicole say nothing and I'm doing all the talking, it's like, well, Sharika must be right. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even say nothing to the person that referred me to them, and I regret it now. I feel like on that day I should have called them and said, let me tell you about your experience with such and such. But again, I didn't think enough of the situation. It was just like, okay, one and done. They can't call me to clean up for them, you know what I'm saying, anymore. Like this was unprofessional. It just felt very disrespectful. Business owner, the business owner, woman, the woman, black business owner, the black. Just it was so many layers of disrespect. Tallahassee talks. So the what got back to me was my attitude. Like, yeah, they came, but the wife had an attitude. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I had an attitude. I had an attitude
Of
because,
course.
and I'm on that. Yes, I like, but my attitude was silence because I shut down when I'm irritated.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm irritated with Shelby, I'll be like, okay. So what part you want us to get started with first? Because I'm not really big on small talk. If you wrong me, I want you to say, hey, I'm sorry that we didn't sign this on time. And hey, I'm sorry that I wasn't here with the
Yes.
money on
Give
time. I
be
can move
professional.
past that. But talking around the situation like you haven't wasted an hour of my time and you didn't follow my request when I circumvented my policy for you irritated me. So yeah, I wasn't nasty as far as things that I was saying or attitude or whatever. I was just quiet. Like I just want this to be over with. Show me where to get started. Let's clean because I'm already mad that this man still got me here. So I was like my attitude and so forth, and I'm like, well, People just don't wake up and just decide they're gonna be mad about something for nothing. So if you're gonna talk about my attitude, then we gotta talk about how I got here with the attitude. And we gotta talk about all those different pieces. And then I had saw the person, and I didn't think about it in a moment, but I saw the person that referred them make a post about how they wasn't gonna refer anybody, any businesses anymore. And I was like, okay,
You cut with the rest.
now maybe I need to call you, and it was so many different things that was playing in my mind, but I was like, you know what? Y'all got it. You know what I mean? Y'all got it. I know what happened. This person know what happened. We got text messages about what happened. We got emails about what didn't happen. If I was a social media person, we could take it to social media. We could tag the text message and the receipts, and we could really take it there, and we could talk about the conversations that you've had with people to try to put a stain on my business for the services that we provided you at a discount because of who referred you. And that was the biggest thing, honestly, y'all, that I struggled with a few weeks ago. I really struggled with, do I address it? How do I address it? Oh, who do I address? Like,
Don't address
because
it.
yeah, you know what I mean? And then finally I prayed about it, and I was like, you know what? Because it wasn't so much of, oh, y'all got me messed up. It was these conversations are attack on my business. And I
Don't
don't know
address
who
it.
all you had these conversations with. But I was
It don't.
like, you know what, Sharika, you can't fight the enemy. You don't have enough tongues to wrestle with all of these different people.
At the
Keep
end
it
of the day,
moving.
God got you. You know you went there, and you know the bending of your rules you did to compensate them, and they know what they did. At the end of the day, let them talk. Let them talk. You don't have to address nothing. Because the
It's not
Lord
Yeah,
a
it
say
was
what?
hard.
Touch
It was a
not my
hard pill to
anointed.
swallow at first.
Touch not my
But go.
anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Just keep doing you. Keep doing your business. It is what it is. Like you said, at the end of the day, I came, I did the service. Y'all were wrong. You don't have to address nothing. And you
Because the
will
customer is
continue
not
to get
always
business.
right. The customer is
it
not
ain't even
always right,
it
and
ain't
every
even it
customer
ain't
is
even
not
about
for
even
you.
just not addressing it. It ain't that the whole addressing it would lower you gonna be mad at yourself after you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You can be fueled up and upset about it because you are human. Like you said, we all human. We
Mm-hmm.
gonna have our emotions. The Sharika part of you um felt the attack. Your business ain't feeling no attack behind it. Y'all
Uh,
came out with good intentions from jump, regardless of how it had to happen, regardless of how your integrity felt and all of that. It ain't worth a fucking damn
it ain't.
because what it showed you was that you gonna be tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gonna be tried. And most of the time when people come at us with trying us, that's pent up shit. That be picked up stuff. And listening to your story, it make me feel like the person who referred them to you is somebody that probably already had some little issue with you, or y'all might have had some words before in the past, because in the referral process you can refer them, but now you going on the attack on social media first. You ain't
Off
even
of
talk
a
to me.
one-sided
You
story.
referred them to me, but you ain't even come talk to me and ask
Off of,
me how the referral went. That
yep.
alone says a whole lot about that person and the people that they deal with. And
Mm.
I tell my children all the time, all business ain't your business. It ain't. All money ain't good money.
Ain't good money.
All business ain't your business. When you feel it in your spirit that the answer need to be no, go with your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I
that
done
that
said no to
that
people
was
when I
what
had fifty
created.
dollars in my pocket. I done said no to a big contract before with $50 in my pocket because I done heard how you did other people. And these are people close to me who I know ain't gonna lie to me.
Right.
I'm not about to put myself in a position to be scandalized. And that's exactly what they be wanting to do sometimes.
Right. Because they
Yeah.
get to a point to think that black business means oh, I need you, like, or because I have a social media presence, or because I know this amount of people, or because I'm popular, I need this. One, like you said, we might not be rich, but at the end of the day, the last time I checked, I'm not desperate. And I'll
I know
never
that's
be
right.
desperate I will never be desperate for something that ain't for me. We walked away, literally went out to go set up somebody. You know what? We're gonna dismiss ourselves because I'm not here because I need this.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely. And it was that pit in the stomach feeling. I felt it, but he didn't feel it. But that when we were talking on the phone, I felt it, and I'm like, I kept saying, this ain't gonna end good. This ain't gonna end good. And again, like you said, some things just have to play out. And so now it's totally like, babe, if you say it's no, it's no.
Right, right,
Because he done seen it play out. You know what I mean? You can't argue with the facts. So
right.
now he like, babe, if you say it's no, it's no. And I'm like, yeah, because we treat people how to treat us.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
I
train
mean, we
people.
train people how
We
to treat
train
us.
people.
I tell
Yes,
my
we
kids
do.
that all the time. With
Yeah.
your friendships, your relationships, the things you let slide, the little key things, you train people how to treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything ain't funny. So when certain
Yeah.
people are allowed to feel like they can get away with doing certain things and handling you a certain way, that's what you allowing. It ain't
Hmm.
just lead up to. It ain't just lead up to that. It ain't just. I mean, it ain't just happen. It led up to it. So there was
Right.
things that was signs and things that you were showing, illustrations you were showing that made people feel like they can try you. In
Right.
that
Yeah.
aspect, especially when you train people to how they treat them. So quickly, Jen, you got any story you want to share?
Because I don't play with people.
And y'all are in business. Let me just say this real, Sharika. Y'all are in business together for a reason because, like you said, sometimes some husbands they can be real lenient, and it takes, like you said, a wife because he like we have that same dynamic to where it's like for me, it's like business is business. To be
Yeah.
honest, even if it's family, even if it's friend, like business is business. Like in my business side, I'm all business. Like I could be upset with you in business and talk to you regular or on the sideline
Over
right here
here.
as
Yeah.
a person. I can distinguish the two of this is business and this is personal. When it's business, it's not personal. It's just that it's business,
Never
and a
personal.
lot
It's
of
just
people don't
business.
understand that.
Hmm.
I don't care if I
So true.
personally know you. I don't care if I personally know you. When we're talking business, that Shell and Shelby Woo and my friend and all that should go out the window.
Right.
Out the window.
Out the window. That go out the window. I'm dealing everything on the dynamic of this is what I survive off of. This is my pushing talent. And this is something that I'm good at. So I'm not gonna let y'all play in my face with me about something that I'm good at just because you know who my mama is or you know what street I grew up on. No.
And don't come asking me how much you. So Nicole, how much you gonna charge me?
No, that's
The
not
price
even
It
is
that's
the
is
not
a
price.
even
there are these two things mean two different things. Nicole, how much do you charge for such and such and such?
Right.
Versus Nicole, so
How
how
much
much you gonna
you
charge me? Because see, I already know how much you charge for the service. I just want to know how much you gonna
how much you
charge
gonna
me.
charge
me?
me.
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 Get
And
it right.
my thing is, any discount you want, somebody wants you to have, they will offer you that. Every discount I have gotten from getting my hair, getting my nails done, has always been offered to me because of some type of maybe inconvenience they had created, or because I was a loyal customer, maybe because I referred somebody. But I've never had to say, not never had to say. I'm never going to say how much you charge. For years, my cousin's daughter, mom did my hair. I never asked Tyra. So how much you go charge me? Tyra got a whole booking site. I know exactly how much you charge for a lace or sew in or wash or whatever. You pay them people.
That's you
You
supposed
because
to.
you gonna go and pay
When you start
somebody
asking
else
for
You're
discounts,
gonna
you
go
may
pay
be
somebody else two times the amount that I'm asking you for
and tip them.
without a problem, without a complaint.
And tip them.
and tip them, and probably ain't never tipped the person who you talking about how much you gonna charge me.
And then get an
Exactly.
attitude. Then get an attitude. Oh, she acting like such and such because I ain't give her because I asked
And
her how much
that be
she
the
gonna try.
stuff that lead to negative customer service practice.
Exactly.
That be the stuff that lead when you don't wanna, when you gotta stand on business, when you don't wanna bite your tongue, all that stuff. How the chapstick in my mouth? All that stuff lead to bad, negative customer service from that their perspective. Now they
Mm-hmm.
out there putting
Mhm.
you out there saying you gave shitty customer service or you ain't do this right, and you done did everything right. You started from jump. You welcomed them in with a hot beverage or a bottle of cold water. Then we going ahead and we're gonna start walking through the process. Even if it's a consultation, I've invited you in. We vetted. We talked through the contract from start to finish. It's been nothing but professionalism on my part. But when we get to that price and you want to lean across that table and say how much you gonna charge me, and then I tell
Mm-hmm.
you that we don't have no separate fees for you or that person right there. The fees are the fees.
Yeah.
Now I'm the worst person in business.
Well, how you gonna do your cousin like that? You ain't gonna do me no discount. What business is business? I can't tell Taquini lecturer I'm short this month because I had to hook my cousin Shelby up. Not my problem.
No,
I need my money. And if you respect me, that's
Sandra
the
is definitely
thing.
the
I
worst.
never question anybody's prices because if you respect somebody, you don't even put somebody that you respect. It ain't about that you like them. We don't know these people sometimes that's doing our hair and nails or whatever, but we respect their work. We went on that. They didn't call us to do our hair. They didn't call us to do our nails, to clean their house, to cater their food. You looked at my work. You like my work. You want to do business with me. You respect me and all of the principles that come with how I run my business. I
That's
charge a
right.
deposit, did whatever the thing you see my fees online. Don't ask me about no discount. And I don't care if I'm your sister, cousin, or brother, whatever. Let me offer that to you. But don't compromise the integrity of my business by expecting a discount from me because you know me or who I am or you black or I'm black. No. They don't work
I don't
like
even
that.
care about all that money. I don't care about your color, your skin. I care about your money. So therefore, all that spend the same, come from the same place. You either gonna EFT me, or you gonna sit and give me a money order, or you gonna give me cash. Either way it
Cause
goes,
you,
I
you're
will.
gonna do everything but cash out me. I don't accept cash
I don't
out.
even have a cash app anymore. I don't even want you to even think that you can cash app
Mm-mm.
me. But
That
baby,
No.
part.
I'm telling you,
That
I
part.
want what, and that's why, like you said, everybody charges a deposit. It's nothing against a deposit. Whoever don't want to pay a deposit, you don't want the service,
Right.
and that's simply what it boils down to. And when we gonna bring, I'm gonna have this show again, but I'm gonna bring a lot. I want clients to come on. I'm gonna give myself time to get clients so we can, because I want to have a two-sided conversation about this, because I know a lot of people on the client side that have been either just, and we're clients, we've been done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We can speak from that perspective as well. But from a service provider side, it's always a little different to see the client, especially if you're not an open-minded person. If you don't got good customer service, like Nicole said from jump, you probably wouldn't understand your client's point of view, because you may not just understand, you just may not understand what customer service really is. So we're gonna bring this conversation back. I really, really appreciate you ladies for joining. Y'all brought really good perspectives today. The conversation was good. I like to hear the devil's advocate and the other side, because one thing about Sharika and Nicole, last time I think I had them on the show, they definitely had good, views that they agreed on, but they definitely had some opposing views too. So I like to
But
have,
we hacked it out like grown women.
Right.
exactly, and that's
It
how we
wasn't
gonna
an
do it.
attack on what she didn't agree with. It wasn't an attack on what we were able to talk it out, see
Exactly.
each other's sides, and be like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Ain't gonna work for me, but I see
Right.
where you're coming from.
Right.
And
And
Right.
that's
that's what I like.
maturity,
That's
and
what I
everybody
like.
can't have maturity.
Right.
Exactly. And that's what I appreciate that, and I probably wouldn't have never had y'all back on my show if y'all was attacking. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play like that. I like black women that love black women,
Right.
and we getting it. Like I said before, when we was talking about the business part, if if we given chances to fix things, so if it wouldn't have been something that y'all could agree on, we can make it work. We can still be in the same vicinity and have those conversations. But
Right.
y'all stuff different. It ain't no like attack. It's just I like her. What she said makes sense, but that don't work for me. That's just simply that. So, but I appreciate y'all ladies because y'all always give me good bread and good food when y'all on the show. So thank y'all for joining. I will be in touch with y'all when we have the client perspective because I want y'all back. But we got some other conversations that we're gonna be having in the future too. So y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
I
having
know
us.
we appreciate being a part of your platform, your baby. It's a safe place for just people, not just women, just people to talk and have conversations and vent whatever they frustrations out and get good advice back too.
Yes.
Hearing different perspectives and, like
Yeah.
you said, dealing with it in a mature way. Look, Sharika, you might have to up your clientele, baby, and go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Look. Sometimes you got to go up a couple of notches on
I'm
your
trying. I'm
clientele,
doing a
baby.
lot of different little workshops, trying to get in some rooms. You know, people can gatekeep a little bit, but you know, sometimes you got to build your own door and walk through it. And so I'm
That's
trying to get out
right.
of my comfort zone and do some different things so I can be in some different rooms with some different people so that we can get some federal government contracts. I pray about everything before I do it. So I'm just trusting the process.
And I was thinking about that, Sugar. That's one thing that I was supposed to bring up, but the conversation got too good to interrupt y'all with all my different items to bring to the table with this conversation. But one of the things on here, it was saying how you're gauging your audience. You're gonna have to do different marketing techniques when you're gauging different types of audiences.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna talk. We're gonna bring that conversation back because it's a whole lot that goes along with business in general when you're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because good customer service can't. It may be good customer service look from one person, but the other person may be like, well, you could have probably did that a little differently. So gauging your audience, talking to who you talking to, and that person is going to give you a different perspective too. So it ain't always we can't always use the conversations in the same gimmicks when we talking to different people. It may have to be a different way that you present it. And I think that is a lot of ways that why people feel like customer service is good for them because when they come on, they can say this and they can say that, and they can make a person feel a certain type of way, even in their trying to pull you in. So I might feel differently. So, but that
Well,
ain't
I'm a
that
student
might
first, so I'm
be
looking forward to that conversation.
Right.
yeah. I got good notes on that. I really wanted to dive into because I was going to say that it kind of depends on who you're talking to when how you present yourself.
That
Who
is
you talking to,
1000% true.
who you talking to matters. So, but we're gonna bring that back, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all queens for joining. Thank my baby for her perspective. She didn't want to say a whole lot, but she said enough.
They said
Sharika, you need to follow Tim Mercer. His name is Tim Mercer. Tim Mercer.
Okay.
You need to follow him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tim Mercer.
Tim Mercer.
On Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Thank you again, Shelby.
Y'all have a
Shell's
wonderful
World.
evening, all right? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
and
honey.
I'll see you next time, boo.
Yes, ma'am.